Yo, what's poppin', people? Your boy Snacks is back in the building with another banger. And you know how we do before we get started. Do your boy solid. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Oh, my nose. And don't forget to turn your post notification bell on so you know when your boy is going live or dropping this heat. Now, y'all know we trying to get to 20K before the new year. We got 2 weeks left. Your boy out. 3 more thousand. Well, 2,000. 2,800. Let's get there. I know we can do it. Oh, y'all watching, you might as well click the button, man. Let's get it popping. Y'all know how we get down. Y'all ready to talk about Prime? Because I got some good stuff we need to talk about real quick. Y'all ready to go?
Incoming. Welcome to the future of Colorado football.
Now, being that all of this, Coach Prime has spurned a new way of getting college coaches and hiring college coaches. We're starting to see the effects of what Coach Prime is doing. And I told y'all, if you've been around this long, since the beginning of the year, since I've started back doing YouTube, I've said what Coach Prime is about to do will spurn a new wave of hiring black coaches, because Prime has shown the world that, hey, that shit y'all been doing, that good old boy system, with just recycling the same coaches throughout the college world and the professional world, that ain't it. What's needed is innovation, new bright minds, younger coaches, coaches that can relate to college players and NFL players. Let's keep it 1,000. Most of the NFL and college football is all us. 85, 90%. It's mostly young black men. And without black head coaches, we ain't talking about position coaches. We talking about head coaches. We talking about people running the show. That spurns a way to get those players into your program. And leading the charge is Coach Prime, because he's shown that doing it differently and not doing it the traditional way works. See, people are scared of change, and people are scared of new things. And most of all, people are scared of us, because we are actually very, very smart people. But Yahoo had a small segment on one of their channels, and they were talking about Vick, and they were talking about the effects that Coach Prime has on Michael Vick being hired at Norfolk State. Mind you, Michael Vick is a legend in football, college or pro, and he's from Virginia. Went to Virginia Tech, shine, superstar, the second largest superstar to touch the Atlanta Falcons after Deion Sanders. Michael Vick went to the Falcons and lit that city on fire. And he had his stint with the dog thing, and he's paid his penance for that. And now he's back into the coaching world after being in media for so long at Fox. Now Michael Vick is the new head coach at Norfolk State. And just like I said when he got the job, Michael Vick finna change it again. Now, Michael Vick is at a historically black college, which is Norfolk State, which Norfolk State is in the MEAC, opposite of the SWAC. And at the end of the year, that's who goes to the big bowl game. It's the MEAC versus the SWAC to see who gets the National Black College Championship. And this year that was Jackson State, where Coach Prime came from, headed up by Coach T.C. Taylor, who Prime beat the bushes down for, so that TC could become the head coach at Norfolk State. Boy, I went on a serious coughing spree. I had to pause that video, so y'all excuse me. But we're going to jump right into this Yahoo thing and see exactly what they had to say about Michael Vick and Coach Prime. Let's jump into it. Y'all ready? Let's get it.
Team on both sides of the ball, and Vick will be able to hire good coaches on both sides of the ball. And when you're a head coach, it's all about recruiting and it's all about hiring good staff. He will be able to do all those things. And I think we'll see there's going to be a bunch of dual threat quarterbacks that want to go play at Norfolk State for Mike Vick. Think about this. What we're going to see, prediction time. One of the top 10 quarterbacks in the country, dual threat, will go to Norfolk State to play for Mike Vick, just like how Travis Hunter went to Jackson State to play for Deion Sanders. That will happen. And I think we'll see Mike Vick get a head coaching job at a power program pretty soon.
All great points. And not only is he a legend in football, he's a legend in that state.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
I have to think that so many kids growing up in the state of Virginia and those surrounding areas idolized Michael Vick and what he brought to that Virginia Tech program. I think that Deion Sanders has now created a new blueprint. That Colorado is not an overly fertile recruiting ground. Colorado is not a destination place for some of the top talent in America, or at least it wasn't before Deion Sanders got there. How do you get premier elite talent to Colorado? Well, you bring in someone that those kids want to play for, someone that those kids probably idolize. I guess they weren't alive when Deion Sanders was playing for the most part, but it's Deion freaking Sanders and it's Mike freaking Vick that I think it's 100% the way that you open the door to, I don't want to say elite talent, because I don't know if Norfolk State will ever be a destination for elite talent. Again, prove me wrong, but it's going to be a destination, or at least now on the map, for so many kids around that area, for kids, exactly like you said, dual threat quarterbacks that have the same kind of path that Michael Vick had. So you're opening the door for a new level of player and a new level of talent to come into your program.
And not only into the program for talented players, it gives you a new way to be recognized. Because if you don't think the way Jackson State was looked at when Prime was there, Norfolk State will be the same way. Because Vick, in similar ways, is as much a celebrity as Coach Prime. And his celebrity status doesn't shine like Prime's, but he has that draw. And he also has Coach Prime as a mentor and as a conduit to do some of the things that he wants to do, to show him, to teach him, to advise him on some of those things. When Michael Vick first was thinking about this job, you don't think his first call was to Coach Prime and say, hey man, I'm thinking about this Norfolk State job. Tell me some of the ins and outs of the SWAC and the MEAC and things like that. When he goes to hire coaches, you don't think he's going to call Coach Prime and say, hey, tell me how did you figure out who to hire and what to hire and where to get them from? Those are some of the biggest questions Vick is going to ask Prime. And with that, the way that Prime has affected football is spreading out throughout the collegiate coaching world, with Willie Taggart from going to FIU, from Duke, who came from Florida A&M, because they didn't want to just give him a head coaching job. You got to remember, Michael Vick is unlike Coach Prime, because Coach Prime had coaching experience. Michael Vick has none at all. Michael Vick has been in the television world since he's been out of football. He's been over at Fox and producing shows at Netflix. So, yet again, the SWAC and the MEAC have come together and say, hey, we got a superstar. We got a guy who knows football. He hasn't coached anywhere. He doesn't have the resume that these other coaches have, but that doesn't mean he doesn't know what he's doing. See, the way into coaching in football is that you always start at the bottom and work your way up from a GA to an assistant to a position coach to an offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, head coach. Now, that whole process can be skipped, and it's being skipped with superstar players that played the game, that were superstars in their own right, in their own perspective. And these colleges are now starting to say, hey, you might not have the pedigree, you might not have the resume, but do you have the acumen? Do you know ball? Are you able to reach these players in a way that no other coach can? Are you able to relate? Can you hire the right people? Do you know enough? And that's the way some of these schools are starting to look at coaching. And when you start doing that, when you start doing it that way, then players like Ed Reed and Ray Lewis, remember not too long ago, Ray Lewis was thought of to be one of the next head coaches in college football. But Ray Lewis don't want to coach. Ray Lewis want to do his speaking engagements and get his money and go back to the house. I don't think Ray Lewis has the patience to coach kids in that manner, because college coaching, unlike NFL coaching, is a 365-day-a-year job. You got like 1 month off in college, and that's the dead period after spring. Other than that, it's recruiting and coaching all year round. And the way Prime has affected and effected college coaching has changed the parameters around coaching, has changed the dialogue inside coaching, to where now you have schools thinking differently, thinking it doesn't matter anymore. See, because NIL has changed the game. The transfer portal has completely changed the game. Yesterday's ruling on the JUCO colleges completely changed the game. That ruling on JUCO, which Alabama and Georgia and a lot of these SEC teams have been using JUCOs for years. That's how they stack the talent. They gray shirt those players, send them to JUCO, where it really didn't affect their playing time. Send them down there, get them trained up, and bring them back into the program. See, Alabama and Georgia, Tennessee, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, those SEC programs have been doing that for years. That's how they stack the talent. They see the player's potential. They know the player has talent. He might not have his grades up properly, or he might not be completely ready. So they'll send them to JUCO to get trained up and get ready for college ball. And when they get there, because they put them on a specific weight program, they put them on a specific training program, because they want these guys ready when they come back into their program. Alabama has been doing it for years. I know this. I'm telling you this. Not telling you something I heard, telling you what I know. But in order, this damn chair done dropped. got me sitting like a 2-year-old. The way Coach Prime has affected college football is different. Coach Prime has changed the minds of every AD in college football. Just like when Bear Bryant went out to USC and got his ass kicked by all those black boys, and he came back to Alabama and said, I want some of them. Get me some of them. And that's how Alabama college football got integrated. That's the same thing these ADs are saying. Go find me him. I want Coach Prime, but there's only one. But you can't find another Prime. But it affected the ADs to where they're looking. And now it opens the door for more young black coaches to be able to get in the door easier than taking the traditional route. Because now they understand these guys had it already. Instead of waiting to see if they had it. They understand that these guys, it's a certain amount of them out there that have it, and we need to find them and see what it does for Mike Vick. Is he gets to go out and hire more black coaches and open the door for more black coaches to enter into this realm and move up. Because Michael Vick is not going to be at Norfolk State 10 years. It's going to be there 4, 3, and somebody from the Power 4 is going to say, hey, come on. And it'll probably be an SEC or a Big Ten team because they're going to have to combat what Prime is doing in the Big 12. Like I told y'all, Prime is to the Big 12 what Alabama was to the SEC. See, rising tide lift all boats, Uncle Neely. And people don't understand what Prime is doing to the Big 12. People don't understand that every team in the Big 12 now, like every team in the SEC, had to recruit against Alabama to get better than Alabama. That's what they're having to do in the Big 12. Texas Tech is down here spending money out the yin yang. Texas Tech is recruiting on another level to keep up. They're not trying to keep up with the SEC. They're not trying to keep up with the Big Ten. They're trying to keep up with Coach Prime. And that is the understanding. When I told y'all Coach Prime will be the Nick Saban of the Big 12. When I told y'all, and I asked the question, who's going to be the Oklahoma to Colorado's Texas? Everybody thought I was crazy. I'm not telling you nothing I don't know or don't see. Because unlike a lot of these coaches, Prime knows football better than most. And a lot of people still haven't understood that. Prime can coach better than most. You just question it because you looking at the gold chains. You looking at his sons. You looking at Bucky putting out all this footage. And then you were too worried about him playing daddy ball because his son is the best college football quarterback in the game. And your next question will be, Shedeur is gone. What's going to happen? Oh, y'all are not ready for what's next. I'm telling you. With Shedeur gone, it makes it easier for Coach Prime. Y'all think that adds more pressure. No. The pressure gate comes down. Now that my son's gone, he's stress-free. He can just do him. He can just coach football and set everybody else up for greatness. But y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the subscribe button. I appreciate all y'all for watching, but we're not done. We are not done. This is an ongoing subject. And it's going to change from month to month because the status of college football is going to change. It's changing now, and it's going to change again next year because the Big Ten and the SEC want to run the college football playoff. And everybody's upset of how that turned out because the SEC didn't get what they want. Alabama's out. Ole Miss didn't make it. Clemson, SMU made it into the college football playoff, and they didn't want that. The college football playoffs was set up for 4 Big Ten teams, 4 SEC teams, 1 ACC team, 1 Big 12 team, 1 Group of 4 team, and Notre Dame. That's your 12 right there. That's the way it was set up. And it's never going to turn out that way. That's why the Big Ten and the and the SEC are pushing to have those 4 guaranteed spots. You can't guarantee those spots because every year the landscape is going to change with the transfer portal and the NIL. The parity in college football is only get greater because teams are going to get better. No longer can y'all stack the talent in one conference and just dominate everybody. Alabama did it forever. Dominated everybody. And now everybody's mad. But the prime effect is in real effect. And it's changing the way football, college, and pros are moving about, operating, hiring coaches, assistant coaches, and other talented areas of their football team. Nobody can do what Coach Prime has done. There's only one of him, and there will only always be one of him. But I want to finish this out. So let's finish it.
That's exactly what it is. I think it can work. I absolutely positively think that it can work because I think that college football is also trending in a way of younger head football coaches. We're seeing it with Lane Kiffin. We're seeing it with Kenny Dillingham and the success that he's had very early on at Arizona State. The players want to play for guys like that, guys that they can relate to, guys that are more on their level, guys that understand maybe a little bit more what they're going through as a 35, 40, 45-year-old coach versus a old white man. That's just exactly how it is. So I do absolutely see a path where it can work. And I love to kind of see this new trend of big time names coming into college football head coaching. I'm excited for it. Whenever you can get a guy like that into this sport, I'm here for it.
I love you.
Y'all thought I was playing. She just said exactly what I said. And it's proving. Instead of recycling these old ass white dudes to come and coach your kids, no, we want the younger guy. We want the more hip guy. We want the dudes that understand the culture of today. See, because you have to be able to understand everything that's going on. UNC hired Belichick. We don't know if that's going to work. Yes, Bill Belichick is a big name. I don't care nothing about his attitude and everything else. It's his relatability that I don't think that matches. It's not that he's old. It's he's set in his ways. And it's hard for a guy that old that has been doing it one way for so long and it worked to all of a sudden just change. I don't think it's possible. For a dude that's 72 that has been coaching one team for over 20 years and it worked, all of a sudden now he has to be a nice guy. He has to be a friendly guy. He has to be a guy that smiles all the time. He has to talk to these young kids, relate to these young kids, and understand what's going on in the world today. That's going to be hard. That's going to be real hard. These other coaches are not going to say that. They're going to say, yeah, we think Bill can adapt. We think he can do whatever and make it work. No. That's why his son is coming. Soon as the NFL season is over with, his son is coming. And he set his son up for success to be the next coach in waiting. And that will be his son's job to say, hey, my dad's only going to be here for a minute. You need to take your cues from me. And that may be how that works. But Bill Belichick is okay. I don't like him for UNC, but UNC understands the culture and where the money comes from. UNC was primarily a basketball school. But basketball school don't make football money. Football money make football money. And they understood that when Mac Jones was there and Mac started winning. Mac Brown, I'm sorry. When Mac Brown was there and Mac was starting to win and the money got different. When you got a winning culture and your football team is relevant, the money changes up. You make a lot of it. And UNC is setting themselves up to either move to the SEC or the Big Ten. SEC is a better basketball conference for UNC. But it is what it is, man. Prime has changed everything in college football. Bucky has changed how it's shown. Prime has changed how it's chosen and how you coach and how you pick your players and how you revamp your team. Prime has done all of that. And you think he's done, he's not. Because he's still 2 goals short of his goals, which is winning the conference title and winning the national title. He's got the Heisman Trophy winner. He's got AP All-Americans. He's got a Biletnikoff winner. He's got a fucking all those things that Travis has won. He's got guys that's won those trophies. Like I said, Prime's coaching resume is better than 95% of the coaches that's coaching football right now. So he's only missing 2 things to make him one of the greatest coaches to ever coach college football. Conference championship, which that is expected real soon. National championship. And that might come within the next 2 years, the way this team is being built. Y'all get ready for Colorado. Understand that Colorado will be a force to be dealt with the way Coach Prime is building this team. A lot of y'all don't see it. You couldn't see it when he got there. You don't understand it, how it's being built and why it's being built that way. He's not waiting. He's building to win now. And once you start winning now, you will win later for a long time. See, people thought that he was building to win now because Shador and Travis was there. That was part of it. But to build and win now makes it easier to win later. Because now the foundations, everybody understands what it takes and how we going to do it. Now, all the rest of you players that are great, now you don't have to go to Alabama. You don't have to go up there to cold-ass Ohio State, Michigan. Can't say Oregon because Oregon's never won a national title. Mariota's the Heisman winner, but that ain't got nothing to do with the Atlantic. Can't say USC because dumbass over there can't coach his way out of a shoebox. I've been telling y'all that for the longest. Lincoln Riley is not a head coach. He's an offensive coordinator. That's it. That's his ceiling. Leave him there. Stop trying to elevate him. Standing on top of that mountain, air is real thin up there and he can't breathe. Somebody need to give him an oxygen tank, a parachute, and let his ass come back down. But I'm gonna get out of here, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to leave your comments down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the topic and what you feel about Prime, what you think about Vick and how Coach Prime is changing the game. We're gonna have more to come on this subject because it's only getting greater with Coach Prime. I mean, oh my God. Y'all have seen nothing yet. This year is a proving ground year because y'all want to know what he's going to be able to do without Shedeur at quarterback, without Travis, because y'all think, like Bill Belichick, he won't be able to do it without Brady. Y'all don't know who Juju is. He's going to show you. This year is a 2-quarterback system year, something we haven't seen in college football in a while. But I'm going to do a video on that coming up real soon. Now that they have the other quarterback from Liberty, Caden Salter. It's going to be a 2-quarterback system. Don't be shocked because I'm telling you now what's going to happen. And neither one of them, well, both of them should be on campus this week just to practice and work out before the bowl game. But this year's a 2-quarterback system. Only thing you can say is, damn, Snacks, how do you know? How do you get there? I'm a builder, just like Coach Prime, and I can see it happening. You just got to be it. You just got to have it. Some of us do and some of us don't. But anyway, man, I am out of here. Y'all hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. You know, leave your comments down in the comment section. Click that bell right about there, down there, right there. Click it. Turn your post notification bell on. It's a thumbs up button right here too. Right there. Click it. Just hit it. That little thumb like this, hit it. Hit it. If you're on mobile, hit it with your thumb. Thumb it up with your thumb. Hit it. You know, let's play in the algorithm. I'm out of here, man. Y'all have a wonderful day. Y'all know we'll be back with some more. Prime, let's go.
God bless you all, man. Be safe.